Why was the ancient god Luo Chen, who was once devoured by a moongazer, able to counterattack and become a Dao ancient emperor? And why did Wang Lin even grant Luo Chen a strand of ancient ancestor soul blood, allowing him to firmly establish himself in the imperial clan? Originally in Tu Si's memory, the moongazer was a parasite within the body of an ancient god. If the ancient god died, the moongazer would also vanish into ashes. However, the moongazer that transformed into clouds and mist was extremely bizarre. Wang Lin had never seen its like before, especially since this moongazer's body size was so massive. The host it parasitized must have been incredibly strong. Not to mention, how could an entity of this level appear in the all-heaven star system without anyone noticing? It wasn't until Wang Lin entered for the first time that under the guidance of a mysterious voice, he arrived deep within the moongazer's body and saw an infant. At the center of this infant's brow were 8 stars, and it was continuously sending white light into the moongazer's body. Upon seeing this, Wang Lin immediately concluded that this 8-star ancient god had suffered a backlash from the moongazer, thereby regressing back to a larval state. However, just as Wang Lin was shocked, the infant sensed a trace of the royal bloodline from Wang Lin's body. But this was too weak. A true ancient god clansman had to come here to accept all of his inheritance. The moongazer sensed this. It triggered a large number of tentacles wrapping tighter and tighter, and began to launch a frenzied attack toward Wang Lin. Facing the moongazer's overwhelming tentacles, it was completely impossible for Wang Lin to escape from this place alive. In order to let Wang Lin bring back a clansman who could accept the inheritance, the 8-star ancient god used the method of shattering ancient god stars to create a teleportation array, allowing Wang Lin to successfully escape from the moongazer's body. Wang Lin speculated that he must lead his ancient god clone from the all-heaven star system into the moongazer's body to accept the inheritance. Following the formal launch of the all-heaven star system's general offensive against the Alliance star system, old monsters like Yan Lezi and others brought the moongazer to the Alliance star system, making it a great killing weapon. As for Wang Lin, being an official Thunder Celestial of the Thunder Celestial Temple, he naturally followed the moongazer to the Alliance star system. This saved Wang Lin a lot of trouble. He directly found his ancient god clone to fuse into one, and while fishing in troubled waters during this star system war, he once again entered the moongazer's body. At this time, Wang Lin had already reached the rank of a 4-star ancient god, but he did not know if that mysterious 8-star ancient god truly wanted to find a successor for his inheritance, or if he wanted to break free from the moongazer's shackles through this method. Therefore, after Wang Lin arrived inside the moongazer, he directly issued a challenge to this ancient god, because, according to the tradition of the ancient god clan, after every ancient god reaches the 4-star adult stage, they need to challenge their fellow clansmen. To Wang Lin's surprise, the 8-star ancient god accepted Wang Lin's challenge and informed Wang Lin that his name was Luo Chen. Immediately afterward, Luo Chen temporarily broke free from the moongazer's shackles, and his entire body expanded to hundreds of feet in size. However, during these years of being backlashed by the moongazer, Luo Chen had also fallen from an 8-star ancient god to a 5-star ancient god, and his state was extremely weak. On the other hand, Wang Lin was a 4-star royal ancient god, so the two could be considered evenly matched. However, in the middle of the great battle, the Moon-Eater clan from the Outer Realms suddenly appeared, preparing to capture Luo Chen and Wang Lin, the two ancient gods. One must know that this clan once served as slaves to the ancient gods. They naturally hated the ancient gods to the bone. After the ancient god clan gradually went extinct, the Moon-Eater clan delusionally wanted to become the masters hunting ancient gods everywhere to use as slaves. They used a formation specifically designed for ancient gods, and Luo Chen knew he was doomed. So, at the moment of being captured by the Moon-Eater clan, he gifted 2 of his ancient god stars to Wang Lin. Even in the Dao ancient clan, this was a supreme gift. After Luo Chen was taken away, the Moon-Eater clan locked their target onto Wang Lin. After all, the value of a royal ancient god was far greater than that of Luo Chen or the Moongazer. However, at the critical moment, the Moon-Eater clan sensed the heaven-defying bead on Wang Lin's body. Even without Wang Lin having to take action, they were scared into fleeing. Finally, after Wang Lin traveled to the great astral continent, the Dao ancient Imperial Exalt felt extremely jealous of him. In order to suppress Wang Lin, under the incitement of the National Master, he actually chose to persecute the remnant soul of Li Muan. But this action completely enraged Wang Lin. He directly bathed the entire Dao ancient Imperial Palace in blood, and even decapitated the Imperial Exalt. Next, Wang Lin discovered Luo Chen's figure within the Dao ancient clan. It turned out that when Grand Exalt Xuan Luo went to find Wang Lin, he conveniently brought Luo Chen back to the great astral continent and helped him completely escape the Moongazer's backlash. To repay the kindness of the two ancient god stars, Wang Lin fused a strand of ancient ancestor soul blood into his body as a reward. Luo Chen, relying on this strand of soul blood, successfully obtained a royal bloodline that was even purer than the previous imperial Grand Exalt. Xuanluo naturally knew Wang Lin's intention, so he officially appointed Luo Chen as the new Dao Ancient Imperial Exalt. So it can be said that while Luo Chen was in the cave world, he was backlashed by the Moongazer within his own body, forcefully dropping from 8 stars to 5 stars. Moreover, the character of ancient gods is incredibly proud. The humiliation and torture Luo Chen suffered was simply worse than death. But fortunately, he forged a good destiny with Wang Lin. In the end, not only was he rescued back to the great astral continent by Xuanluo, but he also unexpectedly counterattacked to become the Dao Ancient Imperial Exalt.